The views of the guest are that of the guests and do not represent nor reflect the views and opinions of the Lockoutmen channel, the Recruiter Call channel, nor its host. This site content is for entertainment, educational, and informational purposes only.
This trucking stuff is just easy, you know what I'm saying? It's easy money. I make good money. The money that I make right now is probably the second highest paid job that I've ever had in my entire career.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for listening. And in today's episode, I came across this TikToker, CDL Answers. This young lady has a TikTok page for you guys for anything that she considers CDL worthy. Definitely go over to her channel and check her out, man. Let her know that Lockout Men sent you. But here today, we're going to talk about something that's kind of something that nobody ever talk about, but a lot of these TikTok influencers from the trucking industry loves to come on and share for whatever reason. I don't know, but in this clip that we're going to listen to, she shares 5 reasons why you should jump into this trucking industry, right? You should get your CDL, you should take the leap, you should come on out here and join the rest of us out here that's earning a living while driving a truck. But there's a lot of caveats to her reasons why to get into the industry versus my reasons that you might want to consider before you jump into this industry, right? Have you ever wondered if trucking might be the perfect career for you, though? Have you thought about it? Have you heard all the influences that talks about it? Maybe you're working at Amazon and you feeling kind of jaded. You seeing all the truck drivers pull up to those docks, delivering and picking up packages. And you ever thought about, instead of loading them, have you ever thought about driving them? Okay, all right, cool. If you have, picture this. The open road, right? Freedom from your mundane job at Amazon and a steady paycheck, which might be a little bit better than Amazon at this point. Sounds good, right? All right, so before you make this leap, right? Before you jump into it, let me tell you about the side of trucking that it seems to me that nobody ever talks about. The challenges that can turn your dream into a nightmare. Stick around with me, because by the end of this podcast right here, you'll figure out for yourself that maybe this young lady has some good points. Maybe I might have some good points. If that's the case, whether or not that trucking is truly the right fit for you.
Hold on. So 5 reasons you should get your CDL and start this January of 2025. So number 1, it's a very easy job, okay? A lot of your companies out here, they don't micromanage. As long as you pick up your load, as long as you deliver it on time, and as long as you're safe, they don't even bother you, okay? You just out here, you do your own thing. No worries, no bothers.
Okay, what do you guys think about that? First off, let's talk about this lifestyle. Let's talk about the lifestyle first. The way I'm going might not be in the order of her going, okay? It might be different from where I'm thinking to what she's saying, okay? So first off, let's talk about this lifestyle, right? It's not just you and the road. It's you and only the road. Long hours behind the wheel, weeks away from your families and friends. It can be very isolating. Sure, you'll get some beautiful views, but those sunsets over the Rocky Mountains don't replace missing your kids' soccer games or family holidays. How about this past Christmas, where the truck stops was full of truck drivers sitting and waiting to leave because the families that they're going to deliver to is enjoying their family, but the drivers that's sitting in those truck stops can't. The time they can enjoy their family is through FaceTime, Google Meets, or whatever video app that you have on your phone. Many truckers talk about the mental toll of loneliness, and sometimes you really need to think about this before you sign up.
Number 2, if you have not traveled ever in the world, you can go OTR and literally see the whole world. You know what I mean? Not the whole world, but, all of the states, Canada. And I'm not going to lie, some of the places that I've seen while being on this truck it's just a beautiful sight.
So let's talk about the physical demands, right? She says it's easy. You get in, you get with a company, all you do is drive, right? Company don't bother you, company don't micromanage you, which is far from the truth out here. Like if you get with companies, eventually they're gonna start micromanaging you. No matter how small, they're gonna wanna know how long it's gonna be before you get to the shipper and receiver. Why are you doing this? Why are you an extra hour over your 10 hour? Why you can't do this? Why you can't do that? We need you to do this. We need you to do that. It's not easy. This job is not easy. This job takes a serious toll on your body, your mental aspect, your physicalcation, if that's a word. You'll be sitting for hours on end, and it ain't easy. It ain't easy as she makes it. Add the irregular sleep schedules, the fast food meals, and the stress of tight deadlines, and you got a recipe for a quick burnout, especially for somebody like you that's not prepared for this type of lifestyle. I heard stories of drivers who develop back issues, gain weight, struggle with sleep disorders because of this lifestyle. If you're someone who values your health and a balanced routine, again, this might not be the job for you.
Number 3, good money, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you. I graduated college back in 2014, okay? With a degree in biology with the emphasis in physical therapy, all right? Medical degree. Good money, yes, it is, right? But you also have to go do additional schooling, etc. But if I know back then what I know now, I probably wouldn't have went to college. It was a good experience, but I'm really all about my money, and this trucking stuff is just easy. You know what I'm saying? It's easy money. I make good money. The money that I make right now is probably the second highest paid job that I've ever had in my entire career.
Let's talk about financial gambles. They say it's easy money in trucking. They say that you can make 6 figures in trucking. They say you can make all this buku money in trucking, which is true. You get your endorsements, you can make buku money. You get with the right company, you can make buku money. But what they're not telling you is that the average salary for a truck driver entering this field is anywhere between 38 to 45 to 50 cents a mile. And you're going to say lockout. That's good money. Well, it's good money for you coming in because you don't have no experience. But think about this. As a driver of my caliber, 10 years or more, 38, 45, 50 cents a mile ain't going to cut it. You pretty much going to get accustomed because of the experience that you're experiencing out here. You're going to want to be compensated for the experience that you have out here. You good at backing, you want to be compensated for it. You're a safe driver, you want to be compensated for it. You get to the shippers and receivers on time, you want to get compensated for it. You build that experience throughout the years of you driving. Now, being that you're new to the game, you're getting your feet wet, you're a greenhorn, I get it. The money is not going to be money in for you. But when you get that experience, more than 5 years, then you're going to turn around and be like, I can drive this truck. I can do what I need to do. Even though I'm still learning, I can do all of this. 50 cents a mile ain't going to cut it for me. Again, you think the money sounds great when these TikTok influencers tell you. But here's the reality. Like I said before, starting out, you're likely going to earn less than what you expect. Add in the expenses for training, license, and sometimes even paying for your truck or maintenance. It's not all that sunshines and rainbows. Plus, the trucking industry can be unpredictable. One downturn in the economy can rise the fuel costs, can shut down the company, can put you out on the streets. You just might be struggling to stay afloat. Let me reverse back to what about paying for your truck and your maintenance. That goes to the guys that's thinking about leasing. Because when you lease, everything is your responsibility, including getting that truck fixed when it breaks down.
Yeah. Before, if you have a family at home and you're trying to provide, okay, and you working 1, 2, 3 jobs just to make ends meet. 3 jobs and 2 jobs is for 3 and 2 people, okay? You are one person. Come get that CDL, get on this road, and make that living for your family, okay? You don't have to live check to check by doing this, all right?
Let's talk about not as independent as it seems. talk about that. You might think trucking means freedom, no boss breathing down your neck, but there's always a catch. While you're not in the office, you're still on a tight leash. Tight leash may be the wrong term to use, but it's the term that came to my mind. Jeep's trackers monitor your every move. Dispatchers call you constantly, and delivery deadlines leave little room for flexibility. So if you're thinking of a job where you can call the shots, think twice. And you may want to say, no, they don't. But think about this new AI technologies that they put in these trucks now. Beforehand, they will probably need to call you, see what's going on and everything that you're doing. Well, with these new AI technologies, the video could just be seamlessly uploaded to the office and they could see very well what you're doing, how fast you're going, why you lane changing, why you eating, how long you been asleep. This AI technology that they got going on right now, it studies you. It studies your habits. It studies the things that you do. And they send all of that information to the office. So, like I said before, you think you're the captain of this ship? You think you're gonna call the shots? You think your boss not gonna look over your shoulder? Well, with this new AI technology, you might wanna think twice about that.
Number 5, there are so many jobs available for CDL drivers, okay? Getting your CDL, that does not mean that you have to drive a semi-truck, okay? You can drive a bus. You can drive a lot of things with a CDL, okay? Because there are different classes. But the opportunities are limitless, okay? There are so many jobs, okay? These trucking companies, for the most part, they're not laying nobody off, okay? I have heard of somebody, getting laid off just because the place closed down or whatever the case may be. But in general, this is an essential job, all right? You're not going nowhere. Think about the pandemic and what happened then a few years back. All truck drivers were on the road.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room, which trucking is just not for everybody. Trucking isn't as flexible as people think. You want weekends off? Not always the option. Need to be home every night? Good luck with that in most cases. And let's not forget about the traffic and bad weather. It's raining right now. It's raining cats and dogs right now. Later on, it's gonna snow. If you're not passionate about this kind of work, it will wear on you real fast. I've seen plenty of drivers get their CDLs only to quit within a year because it just wasn't the right fit for them. So there you have it, man. There you have it. She has her reasons for you to join, and then here's my reality reasons for you to consider joining. It's not all doom and gloom though for the right person. Trucking is a rewarding path for some, but if any of these points hit close to home, then you might want to reconsider. With that said, until next time, everybody,